Hi there everyone, this is Chef Shah and welcome back to Heavenly and Historic Baking. Today we have two special guest stars, Yuan and Vivek Trivedi.
Thank you for having us here today.
I'm just here for the food. I mean, it's such an honor that we were invited to come here today.
Okay then, moving on, today's Heavenly and Historic dish will be chocolate fudge cake.
What should we do first?
First, we need to get things started with a little heat.
Did you know that before the Russian Revolution occurred, anger had been boiling against the monarch for quite a while?
Well, to represent this anger and frustration in Russia, let's start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, shall we? Next, we need to butter up the pan.
Like we're buttering up the pan to make sure things don't get sticky. The Russians tried to keep things from getting violent through peaceful rebellions at first. Well, I mean, history tells that tale.
Okay, so first we need 2 2/3 cups of...
Communistic groups!
Huh?
The Russian Revolution, the first ingredient were the communistic groups.
Oh, I remember reading about this in your book, Vivek. So Mona, can you add 2 2/3 cups of communist groups, 1/3 cup of poverty, 1/4 cup of violence, 3/4 cup of mobs, 2 teaspoons of riots, 1 teaspoon of uprisings, and ½ teaspoon of police attacks.
Next, you just mix all the ingredients that are laid out in front of us.
The 1/3 cup of poverty, 1/4 cup of violence, 3/4 cup of mobs, 2 teaspoons of riots, 1 teaspoon of uprisings, and ½ teaspoon of police attacks represent the acts the Russian society made against the Russian monarch, which eventually overthrew the government. These acts were caused by the anger the government brought to the population of Russia, such as the losses from World War I and the Tsar dismissing party.
Okay, now we need to whisk together 3 eggs, sour cream, and vanilla extract.
The egg should represent the two models of the Russian rebellions: peace, bread and land, and also all power to the Soviets. The sour cream should represent the overthrow of the government that came about from the revolution. And the vanilla extract would represent the Communist Manifesto of Karl Marx.
Alright, while Vivek does that boring history stuff, I'm gonna whisk all of these together. Now Vivek, stop spewing historical stuff and make yourself useful, and using a handheld electric mixer, mix the 3/4 cup of melted butter and ½ cup of corn oil until it's blended. Now we need to beat in the water.
You could actually have the melted butter represent the starvation and how the people had to live off their own fat.
Just like how butter is an essential part of the recipe, the starving people of Russia were also very important in the revolution. Their anger and poverty was caused from poor food distribution and other economic conflicts.
I have an interview in like an hour, so we better speed this up. Anyhow, the corn oil can symbolize the economic problems, and the water as the monarchical groups, because everything was slipping through the monarch's fingers as the revolution got out of hand.
Now we need to put it all together. So Mona, you can add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients that we just stirred and then mix them all together. Now we will add the supposed motto mixture and mix it into what we have now. Once it is all blended, you can pour it into the prepared tins. Now we will put the cake tins in the oven. And they will now bake for the next 45 to 50 minutes while we make the fudge icing. So first, Mona, you can melt the chocolate in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes.
AKA Leon Trotsky.
Yep, let Leon Trotsky cool down once you take the bowl out of the microwave. Till then, Vivek, in another bowl, beat butter until it's soft and creamy, and then add sifted confectioner's sugar. Once the sugar's in, beat it all again until it's light and fluffy.
So I beat Vladimir Lenin and his followers, and then add the Bolsheviks. Alright, I can handle that. If you're wondering who the Bolsheviks were, they were Russian social democrats led by Vladimir Lenin.
What do I do now?
Well, I do remember from Vivek's book that you add Tsar Nicholas II and Leon Trotsky's army, then mix. Just mix the vanilla and chocolate till it's smooth and glossy, and then mix it in with what Vivek has made so far. Now that our fudge mixture is almost complete, let's just wait for this cake to finish baking. Looks like it's time to take the cake out of the oven. Alright, so I'll start by putting icing on the bottom layer of cake. Who wants to ice the top?
I got you. This revolution is almost complete.
I call icing everything else.
So what have we made here again?
The Russian Revolution, or as I like to call it, chocolate fudge cake. Thank you both so much for guest starring on Heavenly and Historic Baking. Till next time.
I will get my dog down here right now.
Doing to
Oh my god, Henri.
Hi.
Okay.
We're gonna redo it because he's
Oh,